Hey everyone, happy Monday. What's your weekend been like? I know some of you guys probably saw some of our videos from Doomben, the race days. They looked pretty good, didn't they? Everyone looked like they were having a good time. Did anyone have a win while they were there? Or was too busy watching the music? Let me know what you've been up to. I didn't do much on the weekend. I worked yesterday and had Saturday bathing my dogs and spending time in the sun, which was lovely. Hi Cam, how you doing? I saw some really good photos of you. They looked great in your profile picture. Wonderful. Well, guys, tonight we've got Jack McDougall joining us. He's going to talk about his single and everything that he's got going on. He's got some tour dates coming up that you guys might be able to go and see. What was their horses there? Exactly. I was wondering how many of you actually realised that there was races going on, or if you're all too busy at the music part, because that's where I'd have been. I would have been there, Cam. All right. Well, we might welcome Jack into the room.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You've had such a busy day, and you've still given us time to come and join.
My day never ends, so it's just a revolving door.
Sleep's overrated. Who needs it?
Yeah, who needs it? Yeah.
An hour's plenty. That's all you need.
Yeah, half hour. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And what do people whinge about? It's 24 hours. We've got time for one.
I know. I literally live above a coffee shop, so I've sort of got it on tap, so it's fine.
That's great. They just have your order ready for you each morning as you go downstairs.
I'm like, hey, I'm coming down, just the usual. Yeah, it's ready.
Love it. Well, you've had a busy few months.
Very busy.
Yeah, crazy. Tell us a little bit. Let's go back to the start. What got you into music?
Yeah, that's really, I've never done this live, so it's going to be interesting. You're going to find out a lot more than I do on a phone interview. Yeah, I grew up in a little town called Kamala. If no one knows where that is, that's near Mackay. So it's in about central North Queensland. There's a big debate at the moment if it's central or north. So yeah, I grew up there, and country music was always in our blood. Yeah, I remember listening to Casey Chambers, Sarah Storer, growing up with those in the car. Yeah, and then I went to boarding school in Charters Towers.
Okay.
That's up in near Townsville, and was there for 5 years. Took a gap year, and then I was working 3 jobs. But yeah, before that, to get into music, I actually went to a music shop and got my strings replaced. And she's like, you should enter a country music competition. And I was like, yeah, maybe. And I entered, and yeah, here I am today. It's been it feels like a lifetime ago, but it hasn't been. Like, I'm only 20 at the moment. So, it's probably been in the last 5-6 years that it's all happened. So it's been an amazing ride.
Wow. What song did you use for the competition?
That's a great question. I think I used I Still Pray by Casey Chambers.
Wow. Okay, that is great.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't even remember those old songs, but yeah, there was some classics in there.
That is great. I love it. I've just had a comment come through that I couldn't fully read. Oh, Jan's here with us, but she's having difficulty commenting on the lives. I think, Jan, you've had trouble commenting on a few lives. We're going to have to sort your keyboard out. Hi, Nick. Thanks for that. Wonderful. Well, there you go. So it all started from a little competition, and then obviously getting into country music and things. You heard about the academy somewhere along the line.
I did, yeah. So I was growing up in that. So once I obviously entered, I got the bug, like all of us in Queensland did. There was about 8 to 10 of us who all grew up together. I don't know if people are aware. Homegrown. I don't know if you know Homegrown. So they're doing amazing things. Semi White, who I'm doing a tour with. Zoe Mills. Heath Milner. Tyson Lucas. Like, we all grew up in that little circle. So it was really cool. To have each other's back, and yeah, so we grew up in that circle. So obviously we all loved music and we loved chasing it, and yeah, so all of a sudden I went to Mariba Country Music Festival, and I got given a scholarship to attend the Junior Academy of Country Music, which sort of kicked off this this whole crazy ride I've been on. So that was amazing. And then from there, I did the junior academy. Amber Lawrence, my mentor at that time. Yeah, and then we were crazy enough to go, right, we're hooked. So a few of us applied for the senior academy about 6 months later.
Yes.
And yeah, we got into that as well. And yeah, so over those past, 2 years, it was just a crazy ride, meeting people, meeting other musicians. It really solidified my love for the industry, and to meet those amazing people it was really good.
Yeah. So when you went into the academy, was it anything like you thought it would be, or was it completely different? I always ask the question. It's interesting to see what people were expecting.
It was interesting. So obviously the junior academy, you go with a parent. So because I was at boarding school, I actually did a lot of all my music by myself. And not that mum and dad didn't want to be involved, because they're the most supporting parents you could ever ask for. But because I lived 6 hours away, I sort of did everything by myself. So all of a sudden going into that realm of them doing the mentoring stuff and us doing more the music side, it was really interesting because I did get to focus on the musicality side of things. But obviously I wanted more out of that. So that's why I did the senior academy straight away. And I got to learn basically what mum had learned. So yeah, but it's really good we got to learn that together.
That is fantastic. So do you think it was beneficial going from the junior academy straight into the senior? Do you think that
we were a bit crazy doing that, but because we did it together, there was about 3 or 4 of us that did it together. It was really good. I wouldn't change a thing. I would love to go back and do it again, but at the same time, there's so many other people that need and want that opportunity, and I would so recommend it to anyone.
Okay. Everybody, everyone's answer to that's a little bit different. They obviously go in with different expectations, but there's never been one that hasn't said, no, don't do it. Everyone just loves it and has absolutely benefited from it.
The senior academy, we all hopped in a circle and we all sung with Casey Chambers. That just doesn't happen every day, does it?
Especially after starting a career with a Casey song.
Exactly. So, sat with her. We sat, Catherine Britt was there, Amber Lawrence, Lachlan Bryan, Limbo Tell. The list goes on. Fanny Lumsden. It's just amazing. And those are the people that have been so supportive with this. I talk to Fanny and Lynn often, and they've been amazing supporters, and they're more than happy to help with helping me and other little artists like us. And it's just amazing. I wouldn't have had that opportunity if I didn't go there.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's well worth it. Well, I guess that sort of probably leads me into the question a little bit about your studio and what you do, because you obviously are liking to help people as well. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a crazy story this. So I started teaching in Charters Towers when I worked the 4 jobs, which was just ridiculous. I don't know how that's where the song stemmed from. We'll talk about that. We did that, and then actually went to Brisbane for a year. I studied a Bachelor of International Tourism and Hotel Management and a Bachelor of Business. Something completely left field. I love that though. That's really that sort of stuff. So basically I went broke as any uni student does. And moved back to Serena. So I moved back at the end of 2017. Anyway, I couldn't find work, so I was like, stuff it, I'll just make my own studio. And here I am. I've got about 35 students I teach weekly. And there was no one, there is people here that do it, but I think in the countryside of things as well, it's really great. And I've got some students who are doing festivals at the moment, and it's really cool to give back to them what I was given when I was younger.
Wow. So have you got a set range, or you take students for any?
Take anyone, yeah. As long as I've got a passion, I'll take them. I think my youngest was 3 or 4.
Wow.
She learned ukulele. Yeah. She did. That's what I mean. We obviously she couldn't do what a 20-year-old does, but her passion was there, and it was it was great to teach her. And I think the oldest has been about 60, 70 So it's never too late to start.
Wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
What do they just get in touch with you and book to come along? How do people?
Yeah, so they just they send me a message. I've actually got so many waiting at the moment, and it's really bad because I have been working other jobs and they've sort of taken priority, which hasn't been ideal, but it is my other job and it's my income to support this crazy lifestyle I live. So yeah, hopefully next year I'll be able to put a lot more effort into it. But yeah, I've got some really great kids at the moment and they're doing really amazing things.
That is fantastic. Can't wait to hear some of those, what they're up to.
I'm so excited.
So between working other jobs and running your own studio, you also record and sing your own music. So, in your spare time, you do all these things. But tell us about the song that you've just released.
Yeah, so I just released the song. It's titled "Let Me Out," and I released it on Friday the 6th. So what's that? Is that last week or the week before? I can't even keep up.
I don't know. I'd pretend to know, but I don't really have a clue what day it is today.
Same. Is it Tuesday?
Don't even ask me what time it is because it's not going to happen.
So yeah, I wrote that while I was living in Chatham Tower. So when I took the year off and worked all those crazy jobs, not that I was ever in such a bad state, but I think I was down, and at that time I did not know why. And looking back at that, I now know why. I was 17 at the time. I had little to no social life. It was, not that social life is everything, but it was just work. Yeah. And I think it just really got me down. I was upset, like I was cranky. I would get upset with my family for absolutely no reason at all. And I thought I was fine, and I wasn't fine. And I think now more than ever, it's so important it is okay not to be okay. And it is so important to go get help and to talk to people, because there is so many people there that want to listen to you. Even though you think the weight on your shoulders, which I did at the time, I was like, what's happening? Yeah, no one knows what I'm going through. Because I told no one. I think the most important thing, you need to share your experiences and share what's on your mind, to get it off your mind. Yeah, so that's where the song stemmed from. So it's called Let Me Out. I wrote it with Peter Charay in Townsville, who's like an amazing human. She's written a lot of songs with myself and Semi, who I'm doing the tour with. And yeah, we were going through two completely different stages in our lives, but it reflected the same issue. And it just flew, the song. I think we wrote it in about half hour. So yeah, and I have had that song for a few years, and the time was right, the money was right. Obviously, it's a long, expensive process to do this. So yeah, everything just fell into place, and yeah, I got to release it, and it's doing amazing things at the moment.
It is. So it charted. Am I right? It charted number 3 on iTunes.
Yeah, number 3 and number 48 on the all genre chart.
48 on all genres. Wow, that is fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
How are people reacting to the song? Obviously, people probably relate to it in their own way. Are you getting people sharing their stories with you because of that?
I haven't had people just spew out their life story to me, but there is times where they talk to me about it and, share their own life experiences. Yeah. And it's been, because I have had the song for a while, I have performed it at different venues. And to hear that message that they share with you it just gives me goosebumps, because I wrote it about my particular time in life, but they have their own particular time, or they're going through something, and it could be completely different to what I wrote about. And it's just amazing that it can connect with so many people. And I think it is a different song. I wouldn't call it your keyhole country music song, but it has connected with so many different walks of life, and to me, that means the most.
I think it's wonderful. And are you finding different ages are connecting to that as well? Is it sort of across different age groups rather than?
Yeah, everyone's listening to it. I've got students that go, "I love that song," and not necessarily that they would, know what it's about. And then there's, the other people my age and older that really can connect to the song, because once they lyrically hear the words, it hits them in their special way. So yeah, it's been really cool to see how many different ages really react to it.
That is fantastic, especially, you know, as this year has proven, it's something that we really do need to just keep getting out there. It's been a pretty tough year for everyone, so perfect time to release.
So, and not that I didn't write it and release it to say poor me. I wrote it and released it to give a voice to others as well. And I think that's the most important thing about it is about sharing that with others so that they can find something in themselves to speak up.
Yes. Great message for people, and it's really good. It's just sometimes that's all you need to hear, is that there are other people out there having a bit of a tough time, and it's enough for you to keep going and reach out, find someone to chat to, and it just makes a difference. Yeah. Well, as a result of all these things, you're now heading on the road. Where are you off to?
I am. We're doing so much. So I'm currently doing a tour. Well, not currently, right now. Semi White, my amazing friend, human, she is coming on tour with me next week. So we're leaving on Monday, and we're going from Bundaberg all the way to Atherton. So we're doing 7 shows in about 2 weeks.
Wow. Yeah. That's all, you know.
Because I can't remember them.
We ran through these too. We were so close.
So if you're in Bundaberg, Rockhampton, Mackay, Serena, Charters Towers, Townsville, or Mareeba, definitely should come check us out.
Wonderful. Beck said you're only if you survive on tour together.
It's been like our friendship / marriage counselor these last few weeks. So she might get a few phone calls on the road.
Beck, we need you to fix this.
As you can imagine, organising a 2-week tour 6 hours apart on the phone nearly every day, it gets a bit intense.
A little bit stressful. Take 2 cars, that way you can argue and then you got time between.
No, but we're stuck in one, so it's going to be a fun trip.
Get in the back seat, yeah. I need space.
No,
I think you'll have a great time.
Yeah.
So where can people get tickets?
So you can go on either our Facebook pages or our websites. So my Facebook is Jack McDougall Official, and Semi's is Semi White Music, and our websites are on there, but mine's just jackmcdougall.com.au and Semi's is semiwhitemusic.com.au. So all the ticket links are there. So all of them are family friendly except Mackay, which is just an adult only show. But all the rest are $15 for adults and $10 for children.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful. So everybody should jump along if they're anywhere near those areas in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Bex, it'll be turn your phone off.
We've got Beck on board as our amazing publicist, and just a shout out to Beck. We love you and think you're amazing. So she's pretty incredible human. So thank you, Beck, for everything you've done. But yes, maybe turn off your phone.
Yeah. She comes it from a lot of angles, because I know every day she gets messages from me going, "Oh, I'm exhausted. This is too much." But then she comes it from everybody. Poor Beck. I think we need to all buy her a big box of chocolates, because she just helps so many people.
I know. She'll need a bit more than chocolate, I think. Yeah.
I think Sam is agreeing. Good idea to turn the phone off.
Delete the stuff I've said about her. No.
Yeah, well, what about the stuff you said before we went live?
Yeah.
And digging your hole. No. Yeah. So you guys you're heading on the road. What's after that tour? Have you got plans coming up?
I'm probably really good
sleep. Sleep.
Maybe a holiday. No. I think we're getting that, it's been such a long time coming, so I haven't really thought about much else. Yeah, we're definitely both heading to Tamworth. So we'll head down there, do some shows. We're going to do separate shows. We'll enough. 2 weeks is enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tamworth. So if anyone's down there, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
let us know. And yeah, we'd love to do some songs for you.
That'd be great. Everyone can pop along and see you in Queensland, or they can see you in Tamworth. And I'm sure that there'll be other gigs coming up along the way that they can probably find on your website and on your Facebook.
Yeah, Semi is such an avid Facebooker. I'm really bad at it. So if you probably want to look at stuff about the tour, head to her website. It'll be updated a lot more than mine.
Yeah. All right. So that's the hint. Go across to yours, and if you can't find what you want to know, go across to Sammy's. So like both of the pages,
Yeah.
and then we can share it. What we should have done was done a live with both you and Sammy while you're on the road. If you see how angry you are at each.
Well, in midway, and we'll talk about it.
We'll connect halfway through the tour and see how you're surviving. It can be a little
That would be cool.
start of the tour, middle of the tour, and then at the end of the tour, see how crazy you both have gone.
Yeah.
A little tour thing. So musically, you've got all these things happening, and you haven't sort of obviously had time to plan any more tour. What have you got on your ultimate bucket list? Where do you want to be? Have you got anything in particular you want to achieve while you're?
It's a really cool question. I think music. I think releasing this single has, it's always such a big scary thing showing people your music, let alone releasing it, and that everyone in the world can access it. But I think it's really solidified my love for it, because the reaction to the song has been amazing. So I would. So there's going to be another single released probably in the next few months, and then after that, an EP released. So yeah, once I get all that out, I'd love to just do some gigs. I've never been to Nashville. I'd love to go to Nashville and just experience that. I think I'm just taking everything as it comes at the moment. But in plans of music goals, obviously just to grow as a musician, as an artist, and as a human, and just keep releasing music for everyone to listen to.
Wonderful. Now I'm confused as to how you find time to write as well as everything else. That's crazy. How do you find it? Do you find writing easy, or does it something that usually takes you a lot of time?
I think all the songs on the EP that are going to come out, I actually have had for probably over a year now, and they are special to me, and that's why I have kept on to them to record and to release. I wrote most of them with Peter Sheree. She's like the most amazing songwriter. So we just bounced off each other, and those songs are really easy to write. I always write down ideas and just everything, melodies in my head, everything sort of just flows out. But then to finish it, I always love to bounce ideas off someone else to say, does this sound all right? So it's really cool. I also wrote a song off the EP with Elise Simmons. I wrote that with her at the Senior Academy. And I wrote one with Roger Corbett from the Bushwhackers. So so I wrote with Peter, Elise, and Roger for the EP. And completely different styles. And that's what I love about them, is because they've all got they're really cool. I can't wait to share more, obviously. But they're very different, but it's who I am. And I think it's really cool. It's putting a stamp on my style, and just it's what's to come in the future.
Wow, that is exciting. So we've got to look out for that. Look out for your next single in the next 6 months, and look out for your EP. That's going to be very exciting.
This one, out of the road first. It's just it's been amazing, and I just it'll be great just to see how well this goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's just showing that 2019's been crazy for you, but 2020 is looking even more hectic. So you might need that holiday. You might need that. You might maybe take the holiday to Nashville. You get to tick that one off, and
someone wants to take me, just fit me in your suitcase.
Me too. Me too. I can starve for a week if I have to. If you're on your wait list, I'll starve. I don't for Nashville. I'll starve. Especially the way I cook today. I'm happy to starve. But I guess the last thing I've kept you and you've been so flat out. I'm sorry that we
No, I love
half an hour. So
underwater, so it's fine.
oh, good. Well, that's
Thanks,
wonderful.
you agree with that? Yeah.
She's saying that she wants to do some before and after photos. I think that'd be great. We can pop them up on the page and we'll be able to see how you want.
Yeah.
So musically, you've told us how you know the Australian artists that you look up to. Do you have a all-time favorite artist from when you were younger, or you just have too many you can't choose?
There's so many, and I think I wasn't the cliche, I always wanted to be a country singer. So you know how some kids like that's all they wanted to be, and they've grown up with like this image in their head. I think we listen to so much different country music. So yeah, I've never had. I mean, I used to sing. I had a Casey Chambers T-shirt. I'm going to share it on my Facebook page. I wore it all the time. All the time. So I was a bit of a fangirl for Casey. But growing up, just listening to all sorts of different country, and then once I met everyone, you hear about all these people, and then when you meet them,
yeah. I know. It blows you away, doesn't it? How many people there are out there? You think, oh, there's this one and there's this one, but there's hundreds.
Yeah. So when I met them all, it opened my mind to this whole new world of music, and yeah. So I get a lot of influences from a lot of different people, and yeah, I think Australian country is amazing, and I think the people in it at the moment are amazing, and it's just so supportive. So yeah, it's a really, really cool industry to be in at the moment.
Excellent. And before we do end tonight, what's a piece of advice that you give to all your students or to anyone else that wants to learn? Just a little piece of advice.
Life advice or music advice?
Music advice. We haven't got all night, so we'll go music advice.
I think the most important thing is I'm only 20, so I actually haven't had that much life experience. But from what I've learned is be you. Do not change who you are to fit in a keyhole that someone else wants you to fit. And believe in yourself, and don't put time into others if you haven't put time into yourself first. I've learned the hard way that you need to love yourself before you can love others. And I learned quite hard that way. So it's been amazing to put time and effort into me for once. And yeah, like believe in yourself. If you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
What happens? You can release singles. You can do all sorts of things. You can work 3 or 4 jobs, still release a single, and still do a music tour. What, in 10 years' time, you're not going to have any hair left, Joe.
No.
Hi, Eric. Eric's just tuned in. He said to say hi.
Hey, I haven't even seen it. It says hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. There's lots of comments there. You can see them when we finish up, and if there's anybody that's written any questions that we've missed, you or I can answer them, which is really cool. So to finish off tonight, we've got to remember to go over to your and Sammy's page and like them and follow them so they can see where your shows are. If they're anywhere nearby, jump on the website or your Facebook page to buy some tickets.
Yeah.
And
if you can't make a show, and you wanna, we've got merch you can buy.
Have you? What have you got?
That'd be cool.
Oh, wonderful!
I might have to send you one.
At least you're not trying to get out of the bushes there. You're out. You made it out.
Hey, there's Jack.
You found him again.
It'll be on our website and stuff. So yeah, I've got stubby coolers. I've got some funky tea towels. I've got all sorts of things. So you can head over to our website. And Sammy's got some really cool stubby coolers and some cat. So if you can't make the tour and you still want to support us crazy people, yeah, we'd love for you to have a piece of our merch.
And they can also get them on both your Facebook and website?
Yeah, definitely. We'll be posting all that shortly. Mine's still on its way. So obviously when it comes, I'll post it online and you can just purchase it on there. Yeah, and Sammy's as well.
Absolutely. That sounds perfect. Well, let us know when they're up and we can share that as well for you.
Sounds perfect.
Thank you so much again for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. If you'll ever have me back, let me know.
We would love to have you back. We would love to have you. Actually, we'd love for you to tune in when you're doing your live shows so we can enjoy those of us that aren't quite close enough to get there.
We might do one of those, definitely.
That would be cool. Definitely. Well, thank you again, guys. We'll see you next week. Next week, we're 7:45 again. So we'll see you next Monday. And the Monday after will actually be a little bit different because we've got a girl coming in from America, but we've got a few issues of time differences. So next week, 7:45, and we'll post the time difference for the one after that. But that'd be cool. Thank you so much, Jack.
No, thank you. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
We look forward to hearing how your tour goes and if you survive.
We'll let you know how it goes.
Well, thank you. See you guys next week.
See you, everyone. Thanks.